Hello everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa, and while I did not try insane amounts of makeup in 2023, I did collect a few new favorites along the way, and they are in front of me today. I want to talk to you about them, I want to break them down, and I want to tell you why I think they're amazing and how they've transformed my makeup look this year. I do really feel like I've upped my makeup game, and these products have definitely helped with that. So stick around if you're curious to know which makeup products made 2023 my best year yet. Okay, let's get to chatting about products. Before I do though, I just want to make a disclaimer. I usually am more into natural makeup, so I like things that are a little bit more, skin-like, something that's not super dramatic, soft glam, I would say. Like from no makeup to soft glam, that's kind of the realm that I'm on, so these products will obviously reflect that. And also, I don't have a specific product for every single category. I just pick the product that really stood out to me, and if there's a category where something fell flat, I'm not going to talk about that. I just want to talk about the products that have really been doing it for me this year. So let's get started with the base, shall we? And of course, I'm going to be talking about the iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. If you've been here for a while, you know I love this so much. It's a very underrated skin tint, but I think it's my favorite of the year. It has surpassed all my other skin tints that are also great, but this one just has a little something extra that, like, boom, makes it even better. It evens out my skin, it blurs it naturally, so it already looks perfect. I'm wearing it today and my skin isn't looking the best because it's the holidays, I've been eating and drinking, and my skin doesn't love that. So this has done a great job of like making my skin look even and pretty, even though it's textured and red and not that great. But this just makes it so it looks natural, like I'm wearing very little product. And I've talked about this before, so you might already know this, but this is a product that gets better with wear. So as you wear it throughout the day, it just looks better and better and better. It looks more like your skin. I don't know how to explain it, but I have not tried any other product that does what this one does, so that's why I love it. That's why it's a favorite. It's underrated. Everyone should be trying this next year because it's so good. And then I have two concealers. They're very different from each other. That's why I wanted to mention them both because I've been loving them both. The first one is the Glowish by Huda Beauty Bright Light Sheer Concealer. I got this at the beginning of the year. Have not stopped using it since then. The only thing I don't love is that the cap kind of like rubs off and you get like little tiny white things all over your face and your hands, but I don't care about that because the product is so good. This is a perfect, like, very little coverage product. If you just want something to brighten your eyes, to make you look awake, this is the product for you. I really love to wear this on days when I'm wearing no makeup and I just want something, like, I have pretty dark under eyes, so whenever I wear this, it just illuminates, like brightens the under eyes, and even though you can still see the darkness a little bit, the reflectiveness kind of works its magic and I don't look as tired. If I want a little bit more coverage, what I do is I go in with this before and I apply it kind of like a corrector of sorts, but it's not a corrector. Then I go into the concealer, or I'll do it the other way around. I'll do the concealer and then I'll just add the tiniest bit of this where I feel like it needs to be a little bit brighter, and it's just the perfect everyday pick-me-up or the perfect extra oomph that your full glam look needs. It's just such a versatile product. I love it so much. I have not stopped using it. If you've seen my videos before, you've probably seen this already, and I love it with all my heart. It's just such a unique product. It's a product that is not going to be for everyone, but if you love this, like if you love the sheer natural makeup look, you're gonna be obsessed with this. The other concealer I've been loving is the Lancôme Teint Idôle Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. My shade is Buff Nude, or Buff N. This was gifted to me by Lancôme, and it's not a product that I would have ever picked out because it is very luxe. I tend to just not buy those kinds of products, but this is unreal. It is a perfect concealer for under your eyes. It's perfect for all over your skin. Obviously, that's why it's the all over concealer, but some concealers don't work all over the skin. So this is beautiful. You can also use it to highlight and contour. Like, it's just everything to me. It's like a medium to full coverage. You can definitely build it up depending on the coverage that you need, but it is just so nice. It's light under the eyes, but it covers. It doesn't look or feel cakey, so I really enjoy this. It's more of a classic concealer, I would say. It's not as special as the Glowish one, but the fact that it's such a high quality product and it just does not emphasize the texture under your eyes or anything like that makes it stand out for me. I also really like the shade. It works pretty well for me. I'm so happy that they gave this to me because it's just such a great concealer. It's amazing. It's just, I love it. Up next, this is gonna come as no surprise to anyone whatsoever, and I probably could have gone away with not talking about this because I talk about it so much, but it is the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. I have the shade Breezy. me. And again, if you've been here before, you know I love this. It's broken, it's busted up because I take it with me everywhere. It's such a great powder. Like, it sets the makeup that needs to be set. It takes away the shine and the oiliness of your skin, but it leaves the rest as it is. So it doesn't make your skin look flat at all. It does give you a little bit of the blurring that baked powders usually do, but it does not look cakey or heavy at all. You guys know I love this. I talk about this all the time. It's been featured in yearly favorites before. I basically use it every day of my life, but it's just still a favorite. Like, it's still a consistent product. So I needed to talk about it again. The only thing I will say is that it is pretty breakable. This I took traveling with me and it broke. I did use it a lot, but it broke. And then I have the mini size and that one broke as well recently, which is so sad. It cracked all over. But you know what? This is just so good. It's worth every single penny. I don't care if it breaks. I have not tried anything better than this. I will say right now, this was also a great year for cheek products, specifically contour products and bronzy products. I have two that I want to talk about today, so that kind of gives you, you know, a little bit of an idea. The first one is the Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick. This is the shade Toasted. First of all, look at this. I love the mini size. It is just so nice, especially because I have so many other products in my collection that I should go through. I never will, realistically. So I love that the size is very small because you don't need a lot. I've always liked the Milk Makeup Stick formula. I love how it smells. It smells a little bit like Play-Doh. I used to have the bronzer and I loved it, but this is the perfect contour shade for me. It is the perfect cool tone that doesn't look super gray. Like, it might look gray, but whenever I apply it on my skin, it does not look super gray, but it adds that shadow and it mimics the shadows on my skin perfectly. So it does really snatch. It is long lasting. I love to underpaint with this. I don't contour every single day of my life, but whenever I do, this is the product that I'm using because it is so easy to use. It blends very easily, but it is long lasting despite being cream. This is like my favorite like true contour product of the year. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a contour bronzer. This is just contour in its purest form and it just works for me. The other contoury bronzer product that I used a lot this year is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand contour. And first of all, I love this because it is such an affordable product. I feel like it's less than $10 maybe. I'm not sure. I got this a while ago and I love that it comes in like a wand. It's kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury dupe kind of thing. And this is more, I use it more of like a bronzer contour. So whenever I want both to happen and I don't want to use two products, I use this because this is definitely more of a warm undertone than the Milk one. So I could definitely just use it. Like today I used it only as a bronzer and I use the Milk one under it. The only thing I don't love about this is that it's super freaking messy. Like, it is disgusting. It explodes everywhere. I don't know how to stop that, but I really like the formula. It's easy to blend and it can be sheared out. You can layer it, so you can do a lot with it. And for like less than $10, I feel like it's such a product that works for everyone. It's like a winner. It's not super dewy. It's not super dry. It's just like the perfect in between. This was great. I really loved it. The only thing I don't love is the packaging, but for the price, I will overlook that. And it makes my skin look so nice and bronzy and natural, so we'll forgive it. Okay, now for a blush, because obviously I had to talk about a blush, and the blush that captured my heart in 2023 was a Youthforia Byo Blush. This is a chemical reaction blush, so you apply this to your skin, to your cheeks, whatever, and it turns the color that you naturally flush, so it like works with your pH to turn into the color that you naturally get when you're flushed. I didn't know that I needed this until I got it. I've been wanting it for so long, and this year was a year that I finally was able to get it and it wasn't sold out everywhere. Youthforia even gifted it to me, so now I have a backup and I'm so happy about that. This is just perfect for like the everyday use. Whenever I don't want to get crazy with my blush, I'll add a bit of this to the cheeks and it'll look naturally flushed. It is an oil, so it will look dewy. It will have that oily feeling, but it is long lasting. Just because it's an oil doesn't mean it's gonna rub off on my skin, but it is more dewy and tacky. So if you don't love that, then maybe this isn't for you, but I fucking love it. I didn't know I was gonna love it as much as I do, but I do. It's just the perfect complement to like natural makeup. Obviously, like, you've seen this before and everyone now is coming out with like pH adjusting or pH balancing blushes. I don't know the exact term, but everyone's coming out with dupes of this or like kind of similar products. I think this is a winner though. I think this is the best of the best. It's the blush that I reached for the most. I got it at the beginning of the year and I still use it today, so that is just an indicator of how much I fucking love it. Okay, let's move on to the eye region, starting with the brows. For the brows, I have two products that really captured my heart. The first one is the Nabla Brow Ambition Micro Stroking Brow Pen. I have mine in the shade Warm Brown. I will say right now, the shade range, not the greatest. I got this at Ulta and it only had like 3 shades, and this is the one that kind of worked the best for me. I've been using this since I got it at the beginning of the year. I want to say like April. I got this in April and I have not stopped using it. I've traveled with it. I love it. It's perfect for the natural brow hair strokes. I don't need a lot. I have pretty bushy brows, so this just adds hairs wherever I feel like there are sparse areas, and this is just like the perfect complement to my brow gel. I just feel like it gives my brows a little bit more structure while still looking natural. It is a lot less intimidating than the NYX brow pen. Even though the pen is a little bit thicker than the NYX one, I feel like it's a lot less intimidating. Overall, this is a great product. It was a recommendation from Katie Jane Hughes, so obviously I knew I was gonna love it right off the bat. But also, I really love this to highlight my moles. I also use this sometimes as like a liner to just do a little flick. In a pinch, it works in many different ways, but overall for the brows, it is a great product. Nabla is a brand that we don't hear a lot about. It's not as widely known, it's more indie, but I think they nailed it with this. And then my brow gel of choice is a Rare Beauty flexible lifting gel. I haven't had this for too long. It's only been like 2 months maybe, but this has turned my world upside down. I have it on today, and this is the perfect like laminating brow gel for all brow types. So if you have really sparse thin brows, you can get the laminated look with literally anything because your brows are very malleable and like easy, and then you can just fill them in. If you have thicker brows like me, I have really coarse, thick brows. Lamination is not the same. It does not look the same. It looks a little crazier and it is a lot harder. But with this, you can achieve it. Honestly, it is such a great brow gel. It holds everything in place. It's not super crunchy. It is a little crunchy, but it's not super crunchy. It's more flexible, and you can definitely play with it a little bit more. And it leaves your brows looking very feathery and fluffy and like lifted, laminated. So I have not tried another brow gel quite like this one, especially because my brows are a little harder to, you know, tame. But this is just, it's doing everything. It's like my secret weapon now, and I know it was sold out for a while, so hopefully you can get it now, because I think this is a brow product that everyone should try. It has no color whatsoever, and it doesn't give you like the white cast on your brow. So if you have darker brows, you might know what I'm talking about. It's part of why I love it so much, and even though I've only had it for a few months, and it made it into the video, it's just that good. So I don't know, you tell me. Moving on to eyeshadow, I want to talk about like a single shadow that just I love so much, and it is the 27 Rosier's collaboration with Miss Fame. This is the Extraordinary highlighter, I think, and this is the shade Brilliant Bronze, I think. It's rubbed off because I literally take it with me everywhere. Like, as you can see, I've used quite a bit of it, and I love this. This is supposed to be a highlighter. They have other shades of this, and this was gifted to me. Ever since I tried it, I think I got it around like August of last year, and I was using it a little bit, but I was like, I don't know how this is going to be incorporated into my routine. And at the beginning of this year, I was like, I'll use it as an eyeshadow, I guess. And it's so good. It's like my perfect, very subtle, bronzy, shimmery shade. I use it a lot. I use it so much. Whenever I'm lazy and I don't want like a matte eyeshadow, I will go in with this. I'll grab a little bit. You can also, obviously, if you have deeper skin, this shade would look perfect as a highlighter. I've used it almost as a bronzer sometimes, but mainly I've been using it as an eyeshadow, and it's just mwah. The consistency is very moussey. Like, it is very moussey and light. It feels very lightweight. It also, because it is formulated for the skin, has like vitamin C and other skincare benefits as well. Don't irritate my eyes in the slightest. It's just the perfect like versatile product, and I really enjoy it. If you're looking for a new highlighter or a very easy eyeshadow, then make sure to check this one out, because it is such a great product, especially if you're into natural makeup. So use my discount code, get yourself this or some other shades as well, depending on your skin tone, and thank me later, because it is a very nice product. Okay, this is also gonna come as no surprise whatsoever to literally anyone. I don't think there's a video that goes by where I'm not talking about this or using it. Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Eyeshadow Palette. I literally got this at the end of last year, so December last year. It made it into the favorites last year, and it made it into the favorites this year, because look at this. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. You all know I love the shimmer shades. They're so perfect and like adult glittery. They look gorgeous. The mattes blend seamlessly. You can do so much with this. I love that you have like cool tones, you have warm tones, you have it all. This is the perfect palette, truly. You can do so much with it. Every time I want to do my eyeshadow and I want to, you know, I don't want to be lazy and I actually want to do an eye look, I will go in with this. It always turns out beautiful, whether I'm going for something that's a little more shimmery or matte. It's just beautiful. It's so luxe. It is pretty expensive, I will say. It's gotten more expensive. When I bought it, it wasn't as expensive as it is today, but it's 100% worth the price. I think this is a palette that will be in my collection for a long time. Nothing has stopped this. I have not bought any other palette this year, okay? No other palettes, because this is the only one that I need. Up next, another product that I cannot shut up about ever, Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Whiskey. This again has been probably in yearly favorites before. I've had it for a few years and I haven't replaced it because it is just so good. I think a brown liner is just amazing and it's a staple and everyone needs one. I really like this because I love doing my little flick with a little bit of product and then I drag it out with my nail, and it is malleable enough so that I can do that. It's sharp and then it stays. Like, this is a 24/7 eyeliner. It's not super blendable, so if you want to go for more of a blendable product, this is not it. You have a specific amount of playtime with this, and once it sets, but I really love that. This is also perfect on the waterline and tight line. It lasts a long time and it sets. It doesn't really run, so I really enjoy it. This is a great formula, and just, I love the shade. I love everything about it. I haven't replaced it. The time may come when I eventually do, but so far it hasn't happened, and this is just, I don't feel the need to buy another one, you know? It's just doing it for me. Up next, I have the Merit Lengthening Mascara. This is the shade Perfect Black. Like, the best way to describe this is like a very classic mascara. It has a very classic wand, and honestly, it looks a little bit boring. When I got it, I didn't really love it. Like, I liked it. I thought it was like a natural mascara, and it was like nice. It was a nice mascara. I didn't love it. And then I started using it every single day. For some reason, I was just like, let's give it a shot. Like, I'm running out of the other products that I have. Let's just start using this one. And I love it so much. The wand. Very classic wand, but it is perfect to coat every single one of my lashes. It coats them and it separates them. It gives that length. It's not a super voluminous mascara. For me, it's more of like an everyday mascara, but it does give you a little bit of that volume. It does define the lashes, but it really lengthens them, and that's what I love the most. It really like coats the lashes, it separates them, it gives them the length, and it's so nice and easy. It's not supposed to be a tubing mascara. At least I don't think that's the description of it, but it is more of a tubing mascara when you take it off. It's very easy to remove. It doesn't irritate the eyes, and it has lasted me quite a while. Like, I've been using it and using it and using it, and I still have a little bit left, hopefully. I don't want it to run out yet, but it is a great mascara. Even though it looks a little boring, it just, sometimes boring works. Sometimes the classics are classic for a reason, and it just gives my lashes that perfect everyday look that I'm looking for, and a little bit more oomph, you know? It's not super natural, it's not super dramatic, it's a perfect in between. Last but not least, we have lip products. Now, I have quite a few lip products over here, starting out with the Amicole Lip Treatment Oil. I don't know what the shade of this one is, but it is the brown one. Can you tell that I love it so much? Again, I got this in like March, April, and from the moment I started using it, I haven't stopped. This is the most nourishing lip oil of my life. It's in between a lip oil and a lip gloss. I would say it is very goopy. It is very heavy. If you don't like that, you're probably not gonna like this, but I love it so much. It gives my lips that shine, but it really does nourish them, especially when I really feel like my lips are dry and crusty. I apply this, everything is fixed, everything is beautiful. I like the shade because it is a little bit deeper on me. Obviously, I'm very pale, so whenever I use this, it shows up a little bit more on my skin and it gives me like a brown tint, which I love. But I also like to use this whenever I'm going to bed. Like, if I need intensive lip care whenever I'm going to bed, I'll apply this, and in the morning, I will still feel it on my lips. So if you don't need intense hydration and you don't like goopy products on your lips, you're probably not gonna like this. I love it. There are a few different shades. They have a clear one. I think they have more like a pinky coral one. The one thing I don't love about this is that it is so goopy that it leaks. If you store this horizontally, it will leak on all your shit, and it is not fun. You cannot keep it in your purse unattended because it will leak, but I'm willing to overlook the messiness because it is such a good product. As you can see, I use it a lot. It is hard for me to use up lip products. Like, I haven't used it all the way, but it's more than half. That is just a testament to how much I freaking love this. use. Up next, I have my Ethereal Phyto Glow lip balms. Obviously, I had to talk about these. These have been favorites for a long time. I don't know if I featured them yearly favorites before or just like regular favorites, but these are my preferred everyday tinted lip balms. Especially like in the past few months, I've been wanting like no fuzz, like just a little bit of tint and a lot of hydration, and these give me exactly that. I've finished like 2 tubes of this already. I had the peach shade that I loved and they discontinued. I finished that up. I finished a clear one as well. These, I just got them like in September and I'm already like use this one quite a bit. This one I'm using right now a lot. It's the shade Jam, and I love these because they give you that shine and that nourishment without being super goopy. So they're very opposite to the Emi Collet one. They're very like nice. They don't go everywhere, but they still give you a little bit of the shine. You can reapply them as much as you want and they will keep your lips hydrated all day long. The tint is perfect because you can build it up a little bit more and get a little bit more of a punchy color, or they can be very sheer. So it's up to you. It's very customizable. These got your back. They're amazing and they're affordable as well. For my lip liner of choice, we have the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige. This was a favorite last year and it is still a favorite this year. I don't have a lot of lip liners. I'm not a big lip liner girl until I got this. This just changed the game for me. It is $5 and this is my perfect like nude contoury shade, so it adds a little bit extra to my lips without being too gray or like too contrasty. You can use this with any single color. I use it with glosses, I use it with balms, I use it with like bold lips, I use it with everything and it works so well. It is not super creamy, but it's not super waxy either. It's like the perfect in between. This is such a great lip liner. I know a lot of people talk about it and it's for good reason because it's so good and it's so affordable. You do not need to splurge on lip liners. This will get the job done and then some. I want to talk briefly about the Sephora Sheer Matte Lip Balms because they've been discontinued. I have the shade Soft Sienna and the shade Tan, and they're both gorgeous shades. I have Soft Sienna on my lips today, and these are the closest that I've come to finding dupes for the NARS tinted, like matte tinted lip balms. I don't know why Sephora discontinued these because they're so good. They're very sheer, they're matte, so if you don't want the glossiness but you still want your lips to be comfortable, these are it. I love them, okay? I have not stopped using them. I always have one in my purse because it's just the perfect on-the-go lip product. You cannot get these, so I would say like the next best thing is the NARS tinted matte lip balms. I think that's the name of them. They're a lot more expensive though, but I don't know why Sephora discontinued these. I needed to talk about them because they have been favorites this year. I've used them a lot. Just a shout out if you have them as well. Cheers, babe. And if you don't, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Please, Sephora, bring these back because they're so good. Last lip product is the Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil. I have the shade Honesty, and this is by far the most unique lip product that I tried this year. Again, not a lip oil necessarily, it's more of a lip tint, but I really love this shade on me. It's kind of like on my lips but better shade, and I love what it does. It is very nourishing on the lips. It gives your lips that like glossy, like pouty look, and after it wears off, you are left with a tint on your lips, so it's kind of like a stain. I really enjoy that because I'm not a fan of like half done lips where you can kind of see you have lipstick on the rim but you don't have any lip product in the center. With this you don't have that problem because it's stained, so it's very even. I've only ever tried this shade and it's perfect. Like I use it whenever I want something extra. It's a little bit more dramatic than my regular nudes, if that makes sense. So whenever I want something a little bolder on my lips but I don't want to go crazy, this is the one I'm pulling out and I really enjoy it. I know a lot of you do too because it's just such a fun formula. And then last but not least, a product that I've used up and I don't have with me anymore. It is the e.l.f. 16-hour setting spray, I think. It is a dupe for the Urban Decay All Nighter. It's in a green bottle. It was $10. Honestly, I got this because I needed a new setting spray. I ran out of mine. I needed something in a pinch. I was like, this is $10, let's get it. And I was so surprised. It honestly rivals the Urban Decay one. I think it almost is better. I've been a fan of the Urban Decay one for 10 plus years, but this one is so good and it's a lot less expensive. It's a finer mist, first of all, so you don't get any like dots that you do with the Urban Decay one sometimes, and it is just a little bit less drying, I will say, but it does set everything in place. It keeps it there all day. I've told this story before, but my cousin got married this year. I did her makeup, I did her mom's makeup, I did my makeup, and we all cried a lot, and you could not see like tear streaks on the face at all. And that is because of this e.l.f. setting spray, honestly. Like, it's so good. I will be repurchasing once I run out of my setting sprays that I have right now in my house because it is probably the most surprising product out of all of these, and I think if you're looking for a setting spray, stop stop wasting your money and get the $10 one from e.l.f. You will not regret it. It's amazing. And those were all the lovely makeup products that made 2023 my best beauty year yet. As I said, I feel like all of these products really helped me level up my makeup game and just made everything look better. So I hope these recommendations help you out if you were in need of some, or I hope this was entertaining if you're just looking for some company. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any makeup favorites that you want to talk about down below, let me know. I'm always looking for new products. I always love talking about products. So let me know your 2023 favorites down below. But for now, that is it. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos, and I hope to see you right here for my next one. Bye! Mwah.